We're gonna talk about the Mexican national team, and I'm gonna talk about it in English because I feel like the people who have watched my videos usually are English spoken. Pero si lo quieren en español, suscríbanse y comenten algo y haré una versión en español. But I'm gonna do this in English. I have a lot of Mexican Americans out here. So I went to the Houston. I went to the game in Texas. There's I think it was I forgot what Dallas or something like that. I don't know where it was, but I know a lot of people went to that game. And Mexican national team has been hurting. But like I said, I would. Si lo quieren en español, suscríbanse y comenten algo. But let's get straight into it. Mexico national team. Look, I was honestly gonna make a video after the first game, but I'm like, no, let me calm down a little bit, let me make it calm down a little bit. I'll wait to the second game. What if they go on and beat Ecuador at the Akron? In my head, I'm like, you know what? We'll make wait another bit. Let's see if he switches things up. Let's see if he does the same mistake. Let's see if Aguirre puts in the same players. Let's see if we do the same mistakes. Let's see if the other team cooks us again. Let's see if the other team does worse and we put our hearts out. And it was a little bit of everything, to be honest. Let's start with the first game, disaster. It was the biggest disaster I've seen. I think in the recent eras, like there's been games where we've lost, like the 7-0 against Chile. We've lost other games, but this one was just a year away from the World Cup, right? Some of our best players weren't called up due to injuries and time and play time. But this is the team that we imagine ourselves going to the World Cup with. This is the team, the Malagons, the Jorge Sanchez, the Gallardos, the Luis Romos, the Liras, Marcel Ruiz, Orbelin. These are the teams that he's been calling up for over and over again. So in our head, this is the team that he's going to take to the World Cup. So in our head, we see our World Cup team get absolutely destroyed by Colombia. This is a disgrace. This is alarming. This is the worst thing that can happen to us. We're less than a year away. We're months out. We're in October. You have November, December, January, February, March, and then you got to start calling your players in the May, April. Like this is disastrous way of playing. This is a disastrous mentality. This is disastrous scoreline to lose. And then you start thinking, that player's not good enough. That player hasn't been good enough for years. That player hasn't been good enough for years. That player hasn't been good enough for years. Oh wait, that other player hasn't been good enough for years. And you guys know exactly the players I'm talking. I don't even need to name the players. You guys know the players I'm talking about. You guys know when I say that player's not good enough, that player's not good enough, that player's not good enough for the national team. You guys know exactly what players I'm talking about. Jorge Sanchez, Gallardo, you have Luis Romo, Orbelin Pineda, Charlie Rodriguez, and one other ones I probably forgot. But when I say that player's not good enough for the national team, you guys know what players it is. I don't need to explain it. Those are some of the names. You have the Diego Lainez in there too that don't really do much when it comes to national team. And then you think like these players are all right in their teams. They're good in their teams. Like Gallardo just won the title with Toluca, being a starting left back, being important for that system under Mohamed. And it's just like there's levels to this. There's our league level, which is I think is at a pretty good level in America right now. But internationally, these players are just not good enough. There's different levels, and international level is completely different to our league level. Like you guys could say, we have Ramos, we have Canales in our league, we have Navas, we have Ocampos, we have Marcial, Maximan. But internationally, it's just different levels, which these players are not good enough for. So that's why I had to wait a little bit because although we got absolutely embarrassed, absolutely demolished, absolutely played with, you had Luis Diaz having doing crosses with no crosses, like Look, I'll talk about the single players because I know you guys know I'm an America fan, and you guys have on TikTok. You guys have been calling me out here and there, but in this second game, in my head, I'm like, you can't start Orbelin, you can't start Gallardo, you can't start Sanchez, you can't start Charlie, you can't even play these players. Try everyone else new. Try the Gutierrez from Club America, which he did the last couple of 15 minutes. Try this player. Try the other players that haven't gotten the 2, 3, 4 years of chances that these other players have. And that's what he did. He started Julian Quiñones. He started Berterame. He started El Chiquito. He started Lira. I think is a consistent player, but he started El Tilón. He started Israel Reyes at right back, like he did in the gold in the Copa Oro. So I don't know why he switched it up that much with two back to Jorge Sanchez. And I was like, okay. I look at the midfield. Luis Romo. You starting Luis Romo against Ecuador, a physical, fast team. Luis Romo in 2025. Chivas fans don't even like him anymore at Chivas. Chivas fans would rather play someone else in that third center back DM role. Like Chivas fans don't like him. Selección Mexicana doesn't like him. What does he go on to do after Bertrand scored a good goal with good pressing? He does the dumbest pass you could do. Usually, when players pass it backwards, they're either close to the goal or the goalkeeper is on like an angle that you could give it to him, or the goalkeeper is a bit off the line. I'm not blaming the goalkeeper. Just keep listen up. He's near the halfway line in the edge of the field, crossing it inwards, where Ecuador have their striker Ener Valencia. They have their midfielders right there. Their right backs pressing near that area. You're literally passing through 3, 4 Ecuador players backwards. Like that's the dumbest pass you could do. That's the dumbest decision for such a player that's been playing for years and years and years for Selección, for Cruz Azul, for Chivas. Like make it make sense. But and then there's the commentators were like, "Oh, you can't blame El Vasco over the little mistakes that these players do, but you can because he started him against this fast physical team, and even if it wasn't a fast physical team, Luis Ramos shouldn't be in the national team." All right, now let me talk about some positives. No one wants to talk about positive right now because the way we're looking, it's really sad. Let me call out some players that you guys have been telling me to call out on TikTok, on Twitter. You guys were like, "Oh, why aren't you naming this player? Why aren't you naming that player?" And I think I try to confirm my decision in a little TikTok I did of choosing my Mexico 11, which I might make a video about soon. Oh, but Luis Angel Malagon, three-time Liga MX champion with America. Y'all know I'm an America fan. That's my team. But he has not been good enough. He just hasn't been good enough. Let's be honest. I think past seasons he saved himself. He was very good, but this last what since last season, when we lost to Toluca in the final, even that whole season, he's been pretty bad. He's not just like decision making, but he looks like scared and like he overthinks things. And something that my dad's actually been calling out for a while is that he doesn't get off the line. He's scared to get the ball. He's scared to come hit the ball off, and he's scared to leave his little line. And that's something my dad's been calling out for a while. And we're all America fans, so we would win and win and win. So we wouldn't say anything, right? Because we would win titles, not just games. We would win titles. But then we start playing bad, and teams start figuring this out. And he's been calling out for a while that he doesn't leave his line. He's scared to go for the ball, and when he does go for the ball, he it's never with conviction. It's never with fierce. He's never fierce. He looks away sometimes, closes his eyes a little bit, goes fragile, scared to hit the attackers coming in. He's scared to take his defenders. He's like, and we've seen it. I think very consistently for the last year how how scared he is to come out of his line. For the fourth Colombia goal, it looked like he's picking up chickens. Like he literally looks like he's picking up chickens. Um, we did. Me and my dad were watching the game, and we did a pretty good comparison, right? For one of the passes, El Tara Rangel comes out sliding, arms open, straight for the ball. I think he made contact with the ball, but he came out no, didn't care. Comes out, gets the ball, saves the play. But it's like the way he comes out. He comes out like goalkeeper style, like comes out like you guys know what I mean. You come out hands wide, a little like a slide tackle, whole body on the line. That's how you come out. And then you see Luis Malagon for the fourth goal. He comes out like he's picking up chickens. Like he doesn't know if he should slide. He should know if he's to go back. He comes out like scared to get the ball. And these are the little things that these are the mistakes we can't have in a World Cup. In a World Cup and in the US where Mexico's gonna be home advantage the whole time. In the Mexico where he's gonna be home advantage. In Canada where they're gonna be home advantage. Like these mistakes cannot be made. Um I think he's at fault for the first one too. Like I said, scared to get off the line, scared to come off the ball. The ball lands right in front of him when the attacker is right there. He lands right in front of him. He doesn't go for it. Goal. There's y'all wanted to hear me critique Malagon. Yes, I've been very critical of him, critiquing him for a bit now. But I wasn't open about it. It's hard for me to critique my own players internationally because I want to back them so much, but I had to after such a horrific um, cherry on the top. Santi Jimenez. Let's talk about Santi Jimenez because this dude gets treated like a baby. He gets treated like he's some youngster coming up. He gets treated like oh no, he gets treated like a baby. Like I know his name is El Bebote, but the way he's treated doesn't make sense to me. He's one of our what 12 players in Europe playing in such one of the biggest teams in Serie A, first place, and he's not performing. He's not performing for us. He's not performing for Milan. He's meant to be our leading striker for the next World Cup, not 2026, but for the next World Cup right now is Raul Jimenez. But he's meant to be our next starting striker, and he's not performing. I hate how commentators talk about him. I hate how analysts talk about some analysts. I agree with a lot of other analysts together on Fox Sports or ESPN, TUDN, you name it. I watch all of it. I listen to everything. So trust me, there's some things I've heard that. Oh, he doesn't get the service. Oh, he doesn't get the service. Oh, it's because this. Oh, it's because the players around him. Bro, you are a European player in the biggest team in Italy, big historically the biggest team in Italy, probably with Juventus. Make your own stuff. I see Raul Jimenez, who's been playing in the Premier League, who's been playing at Fulham at a good level. That man creates things out of nothing. And like this is something Jimenez isn't Erling Haaland in the first in the when they're in a struggling city. Like Santi Jimenez could do more. He waits between defenders. He goes out wide, and when he goes out wide, he kind of messes up play. We saw that multiple times against Ecuador. I like Santi Jimenez. I really enjoy Santi Jimenez. I think he's a very, very good player, which is why I'm very critical of him because I expect a lot from him. But there's moments where you're just like are the person leading our attack, the person leading our team to score goals, cannot be have so many excuses to not score. And the thing is, I like some strikers which are good, technically gifted or good on the ball or fast passes, and but the strikers that run into space and everything, I really enjoy those strikers. There's moments where he could run into a space and he doesn't, or there's moments where he's running into space and he loses to the defender pretty easily, and it's just like, come on, man, this guy's leading. This is the future of our front line. And then Ecuador, Berterame starts, goal, first couple of minutes. Pressing, Chucky Lozano, Berterame, Chiquito, presses, goals. He gets his one chance, he scores it. That's how it should be. Santi Jimenez had a couple chances against Colombia, and he didn't score them. Those are the things that make him look bad because he's not like he doesn't look. He might have three chances during a game. He should score at least one. He didn't do that against Colombia. Who else? Who else gonna get it? Cesar Montes. I haven't been a big fan of him for a while. I think he's very impulsive. He's very slow on the ball, slow defending. There's a moment where 40-year-old Ener Valencia is running towards the ball, and Cesar Montes is right behind him and slow as hell. He made the tackle, but if that's any other player than 40-year-old, if that's even prime Ener Valencia, Valencia's cooking him. But this is an older Valencia. Imagine that he had to run like that against a Senegal, against a Mane and Die, against Pepe Matessar, even though he's a midfielder. Imagine he gets that run against one of France's players, one of Spain's players, one of Japan's players. Imagine he gets one of those against a South American. He's losing that run. He's so slow. But the thing that makes me more mad is his IQ and his impulsiveness. Like I said, El Tilon. I love El Tilon. He's amazing. Even since he was in Chivas, I love watching him. He's my type of fullback. And then we saw a different element to his game now that comes centrally and he creates centrally too. Attackingly, he creates centrally, and he looks more He looks bulkier now. He looks stronger. He looks more fit. He looks strong, and that's something I like from Tilon. You know, you could tell the difference in Europe. You know, he looks stronger now. He looks technically safer. He looks technically more willing to attack, and that's what I like. But Javier Aguirre needs to do some things. He needs to stop calling out the players. I said, look, Manchester United had their set of players that they were like, I know it's club and country, but hear me out. They had the bomb squad. They called it the Malacias, the Sanchos, the Anthony, these players, right? They even put Rashford in there, which is crazy. I love Rashford, but the bomb squad. This is our bomb squad. This is Luis Romo, Orbelín Pineda, Charlie Rodriguez, Jorge Sanchez, um, Gallardo. This is the national team bomb squad, and if I see more than one or two of them get called up for the November one, I'm gonna be mad. I'm gonna be annoyed because for that November one, guess what I want to see? I want to see Gil Mora. I want to see Obed Vargas. I want to see maybe an Elias Montiel, maybe one of these players, right? One of these midfielders, creative players, midfielders, strong, young. I want to see these players because you can't tell me Romo is better than Obed Vargas. You can't tell me Charlie Rodriguez is better than Elias Montiel. You can't tell me Orbelín Pineda is better than Gilberto Mora. You can't tell me who else. You can't tell me none of these players are better than these youngsters. Just people only choose them because of age. But when you put that away, you put talent and like literal experience. You have experience too. They could be called up. You can't tell me they're better than the youngsters, so they deserve to be called. Some of the U20 should be called up. Even that I forgot his name. The Pachuca winger. You guys know who I'm talking about. Um, but yeah, I think Javier Aguirre needs to get his stuff together. I think. Look, let me talk about Chucky Lozano real quick too. He's one of those players that he's not the best technically gifted. He's not the best crosser. I think he's a very good finisher. I think he's a very, very good I like him more on the right side because of that. Because he goes straight, he can shoot at any time because he just moves it a little bit to the right. He's gonna get a ball cross. If the defender doesn't get to it, it's gonna go towards the goal anyways. So I like Chucky on the right. And I think the energy Chucky brings to this team, I think the pressing. I just said it for the Ecuador goal. His pressing, he leads the press. He is very important when it comes to these off the ball movements. When it comes to when it comes to los productos de gallina, Chucky always brings them. There's moments where Alexis Vega against Colombia, you're not gonna see him really press like a Chucky Lozano. Diego Lainez, you're never gonna see him press like a Chucky Lozano. But Chucky Lozano brings you that producto de gallina when it comes to these press, when it comes to giving your all. That's what Chucky Lozano does, which is why I kind of like him on that right side. No one's gone that right side. Alexis Vega and Julian Quinones are gonna battle that left side, but that right side, I think Chucky Lozano, if he keeps up his game, I like the way he plays on the right side. I think he's very direct because at any moment, he could. The defender knows he's gonna move it to the right and shoot or cross, and if he gets a leg in there, he might get the ball and it goes out, but it might just come back in. So Chucky Lozano, that right side is open to whoever. Let's be honest, that right side is open to whoever. So I like Chucky Lozano there. November, November. We'll see how we have big games in November. So again, I'm gonna be very critical of these players. Gotta expect a lot from them. But I'm back to the Premier League. I'm back to La Liga. I'm back to my things. Let me know if y'all want more Liga MX reaction videos, predictions, this or that. I'll be watching that too. I think that's where I started my football knowledge. I know everything. I don't know everything, but you guys get what I mean. Like I try and keep up with everything, every league. And Liga MX was my first soccer league I watched. So let me know if you guys want to hear that. But other than that, let's hope in November things change drastically and we see some of the youngsters come up and some of the old some of these bomb squad leave. Peace.